Year in a row that applications have fallen dramatically, and the number is now at levels not seen since the mid-90s. Here to discuss this with me is Rosanna Flynn. Rosanna is from the Residents Against Racism group. Rosanna, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine.
Okay, Rosanna, talk to me about this.
Well, I believe it's not just Ireland. Applications for asylum have fallen, throughout Europe. It's a very complicated question. There are many contributing facts to this. One fact may well be that Ireland's reputation worldwide as having a very failing economy might be connected with this in some way.
So, we've seen they've fallen by 30%. Do we know why? Is it because of the financial crisis that's happening in this country and various other countries?
I think there is a strong connection. Obviously, there's some connection. I don't think it's as simple as that. I think there are many, many reasons. It would need a whole in-depth study of looking at things. It's not a simple question. It's quite complex.
Okay, and are we seeing many people actually coming into the country now?
No, there are very few people coming here now. And another reason may be that there are so many applications for asylum are failing here. It's getting very, very difficult. And the whole system of asylum, it's not a fair one at all. We work quite closely with many of the lawyers who deal with asylum cases all the time. And you can have 10 cases that are identical cases. The reasons are the same, basically, and 9 people will be refused asylum and 1 person may get it. I've had people ringing up delighted that their case has succeeded and absolutely astounded because they know other people with identical cases that have failed. It's not a fair system. There's something very wrong.
So what are the grounds for actually granting asylum to people?
It's political or religious persecution are actually, it's very simple, that those are the main grounds.
Okay.
They are really the only grounds for asylum.
And out of the countries that people originate from, do we have any figures on that? Well,
we know that the biggest amount of asylum seekers in Ireland actually come from Nigeria.
Okay.
It's by far the greatest number. Yeah,
Nigeria, I believe, Pakistan, the Congo, Afghanistan, and China are also in there.
Yes, so China is quite high up on the list too.
That kind of surprises me to see China in that.
I'm surprised at that too, actually. And it's one group of asylum seekers that Residents Against Racism rarely get contacted by. I don't know why. Again, our number is out there and we get many, many calls from other nationals, but very few from Chinese people. Whether it's partly a language problem, I don't know.
And when people are deported from this country, do we have figures at the moment on pending deportations?
Pending deportations are wrapped in absolute secrecy.
Right. Why is that?
It's presumably fear that people will evade, although, that's quite a difficult thing to do. Nobody knows when the next deportation is. Many of us who are involved in asylum, particularly the lawyers and support groups like ourselves, are in contact with each other all the time, and we have to work it out. You work it out by signs, signals, by a gut feeling, and usually we're right within a few days. We usually get, from the way the Department of Justice is dealing with people, you can kind of figure it out vaguely. You might be wrong. You might be 5 days early. but you'll be generally right, you know. Why there is need for so much secrecy, I don't know. I would have thought people's legal advisors would be entitled to know the story, but it's not so. And even the people themselves, they are told to report to the Immigration Bureau. They're given a date. When you get a deportation order, you get a date to report. And you report then, and then they give you another date. And this can go on for months. It can go on for nearly a year. And what the immigration guards have taken to doing in the last, it would be in the last about 9 months, that becomes totally irrelevant just before a deportation, say 3 days before. There are actually dawn raids on hostels and people's addresses. Usually about 5 o'clock in the morning, the immigration guards come to their accommodation and take them and hold them. Women in Mountjoy Prison, men in Clover Hill. Or others are taken directly to Dublin Airport and gone. It's like a secret police tactics. It's very disturbing. There was a deportation on the 19th of December to Nigeria, a charter plane which picked up in England, then in Ireland, then Norway, and then elsewhere in Europe. A big flight, you know, an Airbus. And people were taken from here. The accommodation in Mosney was raided early, and certainly one woman was taken. Her 2 young children, 1.5 and 3 years old, were taken in their pajamas with no shoes on, you know. It's absolutely inhuman, shocking treatment by the immigration police. And we actually have a protest about it this Thursday, the 13th, at the Garda Immigration Bureau and Berg Key, and I would appeal to people to come and support us. This is not the way Ireland should be behaving to vulnerable people. Single mother with 2 children treated like that is scandalous, really.
It's inhumane, actually.
It's absolutely inhumane, and it's happened before. It's not the first time by a very long way. The only thing that is different this time is the train had engine trouble, and they had to return all asylum seekers to their countries of origin. So the lawyers now have the people here to testify themselves as to the mistreatment that they suffered. That makes it very, very different. And we are, there needs to be a full inquiry into the way the immigration police behave.
So there's a protest. It's on the 13th of this month, the 13th, later on this week at the Garda Immigration.
Yes, that's on Berg Key in Dublin.
Okay. Well, listen, good to talk to you. Thanks a million, Rosanna.
Thank you very much.
You take care. Good morning.
Bye now.
Bye-bye. That is Rosanna Flynn from the Residents Against Racism. Okay, Dublin is talking. Have your say on our 30-cent text line 087 787 1068, or if you'd like to give us a call, the comment lines are open on 1890 44 1068. Lindsay, all the boys in the hood, namely our politicians, we as the public don't stand a chance against the lot of them. We have to get rid of them now, says Trish. Thank you for that, Trish. John says that the Irish public and electorate, I should say, should use these foghorns, they're talking about the ones in the lighthouses, to let us know about the corrupt politicians and